Good afternoon and welcome to Loving Living Local. I'm Fernanda Hernandez.
And I'm Josh Marcis. Thank you for joining us. We have hit Friday.
It's Friday. It's Hallows Eve. The weekend is right around the corner. Halloween is a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are excited to get out there, get trick-or-treating.
I told you, this whole year has been spooky. We were talking about that before the show. She's like, do you feel kind of spooky yet? And I'm like, this whole year has been like that.
This whole year has been pretty scary, but we are at the end of it. So hopefully things get better from here on out.
Yeah, this kind of kicks off the whole holiday season. Obviously Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then the end of 2020, which in its own right will be, I think, a celebration for everyone. But your Halloween forecast is looking pretty amazing here tonight. We will have pretty chilly temperatures if you're headed out to some of the high school football games. We'll likely have kickoff temperatures in the 50s, but very well can drop into the 40s for the fourth quarter of a lot of those games. So tonight, if you have any plans outside, make sure you're bundled up. Weekend looks great. We'll start out the morning near 40 degrees or so, and then each afternoon we should be in the upper 60s in your trick-or-treat forecast, assuming you're out there from about 6 to 9. Most of us will feel temperatures in the mid-50s. There'll be a few of us in the low 50s, so it'll kind of be a cool evening, but we've definitely had colder. We've had stormier trick-or-treat forecasts. This is a pretty nice one, all things considered. So hope everybody has a wonderful, safe time this Halloween and looking great for the next 7 to 10 days or so. Weekend looks good. All of next week looks good. We may not see rain for another 2 weeks or so.
Bring on the good news. I like your little pumpkin graphic. Very festive.
Right? I mean, we are so festive today.
Did you carve a pumpkin this year? No,
not
you
yet. I probably will, like today or tomorrow.
You have to do it.
It's like, yeah, it's a rite of passage.
I will say, this is the first year that I actually dug out all of the things from inside the pumpkin. I usually let someone else do it because I've been too chicken. Now I remember why. It's absolutely disgusting.
It
Plus it smells terrible.
A lot of fun. It takes forever to like get off of your arm.
It takes so long.
It's a messy excursion.
It's actually really messy, but it's a lot of fun.
It is.
So get out there and carve a pumpkin. All right, guys, you know what time it is. We've got 6 things you should know. And number 1 on our list, the press got to join a test run of East Japan Railway Company's next generation bullet train. So the Alpha X is the biggest feature of the vehicle is their nose. The long noses help reduce air resistance and noise. Now JR East is also experimenting with window size. Some of the cars even come without windows, and developers are now trying to improve both the car and the railroad track so they will be able to stand the speed and ensure safety.
The test run takes place between Sendai Station and Shinamori Station, both in northern Japan. On this day, the Shinkansen reached a speed of 237 miles per hour. The railway giant aims to run the vehicle at 224 miles per hour once the Alpha X starts operations. They hope to complete the new bullet train by the spring of 2031. That's
kind of scary. Can you feel how fast it's going in there?
I'm sure you can, like just the acceleration. I don't think anything on the ground should go 230 miles per hour. Like we'll let the planes do that, but a train
sounds a little sus to me.
They've been doing it for a while, those bullet trains, though. So, I mean, I think they probably have it down at this
I
point.
was going to say, they probably have it under control.
Just worry about, like, an animal kind of just wandering.
I'm a skeptic.
Still are. You'll have to ride one day, but it's...
I bet it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Maybe. All right, guys, and in the spirit of Halloween, Mexico prepares for a more low-key annual Day of the Dead celebrations amid this coronavirus pandemic. Now, markets at this time of the year would normally be crowded with people looking for decorations for burial sites for their deceased loved ones, but most are practically empty, with few people venturing out because of this pandemic. Now, vendors at this market were spotted in face masks and armed with hand sanitizer, hoping customers would still come shop.
The Day of the Dead celebrations begin on the eve of October 31st and end on November 2nd. Traditionally, families would clean and decorate tombs and chat with their deceased relatives, but the pandemic has forced authorities in most parts of Mexico to close cemeteries to prevent the observances.
I love the Day of the Dead. And also, this kind of makes me sad. I feel like this pandemic is not just costing us the holidays, but these people who work at markets, I mean, this is their livelihood and they need people to come shop. So hopefully people will still get out there and just wear their face masks and use hand sanitizer and be safe.
Yeah, it's been crazy to just kind of see everything that's affected by it, and there's yet another thing.
Another casualty, but we're just going to keep on keeping on. All right, guys, and the water is bone chilling, but a group of women in Iceland have a raging case of ocean swimming fever. Now, the women from an Icelandic fishing village have been taking to the subarctic waters regularly all autumn long. Now, they plan to carry on all winter as well. They say everything they have heard about how refreshing and healthy ocean swimming can be is absolutely true. There are about 20 women in this group, and sometimes they all turn up stop. Sometimes just a few.
You're skeptical about the bullet trains. I'm skeptical about this
right
here.
Out.
Yeah, the women recently got a lesson in ocean swimming and found out they have been spending longer than they should in the water. They were advised to cut back just a little bit. The air temperature was just above freezing on the day that this video right here was shot.
It's a no for me as well. I absolutely hate being cold. I hate cold water, and also don't love swimming in the ocean.
Not a fan. So imagine yesterday, like when it was just cold and rainy and windy, and then just imagine you went for a swim yesterday, and that's basically...
No, absolutely
no.
not.
Yeah, no is the answer to that.
I hate being cold. I like the fall and winter because I love wearing cute winter clothes. But do I like being cold? Absolutely not.
You're not swimming in those clothes,
I'm not swimming in it.
Yeah, there you go.
No swimsuit is cute enough for that. All right, guys, and moving on, one man in Egypt started collecting vintage cars at just 25 years old. Now, more than a half a century later, he owns hundreds of them, including a rare Auburn. What does that say?
Syed.
Siva. Is that a car? Well, he says he was attracted by the beauty and the rarity of vintage cars. At the time, they were also relatively cheap. Now, Sima,
yeah,
obtained his nickname from the Egyptian slang for cinema. He says that he keeps some of his collections in Egypt's media production city, where directors often rent the antiques for shows and films, which makes sense.
Yeah, his oldest car is in Auburn, which he got his hands on in the 1980s. The car fanatic remains fascinated by the way older cars operate, and his 38-year-old son, who grew up seeing his father's cars in movies, also shares this unique passion.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
Pretty awesome. All right, and we are moving on now, guys. Animals at a Russian zoo have made their predictions for the winner of the U.S. election. Now, the animals were given watermelons with portraits of the presidential candidates Donald Trump and Joe Biden. A bear chose former Vice President Biden, while a tiger chose President Trump.
The white tiger first chose Biden's watermelon, but also later considered Mr. Trump's watermelon. The animals seemed almost equally interested in both watermelons. The zoo said its animals correctly guessed Mr. Trump would win the 2016 election.
Can you imagine if this is actually how we did it?
This is how we should do it. Everybody goes out to the polls and you get like, you get a watermelon.
Bet on a tiger?
You just place a watermelon in the ballot box instead.
What if they would have eaten the watermelons? I feel like that would have been a weird
I'm guessing they probably did. Like, they didn't show the part where they just shred the watermelons. I'm getting there we go.
There it is. There we have it. All right, guys, and with the COVID-19 pandemic closing down haunted houses across the country, one place in Northern California is getting its customers all soggy with fear this Halloween season. Now, the Extreme Express car wash in San Jose has turned into a tunnel of terror. Now it's in its third year, and people have been lining up around the block to get their cars cleaned and spooked. Car wash employees dressed as clowns, Freddy Krueger, and other scary characters do their best to scare their customers.
A lot of people come in not knowing anything, and then they come back in an hour with a car full of buddies and friends and kids because they're like, we got to show this.
The car wash includes lots of lights and slow dripping red soap, guaranteed to scare the bravest who dare to enter the tunnel. Costs $20 to go through the wash, and $5 of every wash goes to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
I love it. All right, guys, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, Tame Society owner Alexandra Connor shows us a fun and relaxing Halloween craft. We also have some Halloween-inspired looks with LBD by Design.
And later we'll take a look at some game day cookie cakes with Ladder Baking and another look at your weekend forecast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.